push. Bingo. So please welcome Stuart Schwartz. Hi,
Hey, Rick.
Stuart.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. I was listening to the show before. It was very interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
Scott Killaby and Kevin Prince have been kind of having discussions for for a year or something like that, and just working on new languaging and also having monthly meetings where they're testing it out. And I guess a new book is going to come out of it, but it's kind of experimental, where many times books just come out of satsangs, which is nice too, because questions and answers are always, it always seems to be my question. But this is another kind of a go around at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had a satsang here in Sedona just about an hour ago. Yes. We were immersed in the silence. It was beautiful. So, you want to ask me something?
Yeah, I do.
I thought so.
You thought so.
Yes. Ask me something.
I mean, I kind of had this idea that so many of us are looking for a discontinuity in life, like a boost or a high or we got this. It's like real subtle. We just somehow believe that something is going to come to us, and it's going to come in a big way, and we're
It
maybe,
may.
a big bang, right? And
It may.
I think that's probably the very thing that's holding it away, is that we got to have some kind of a hit.
And do it right to get the hint. You know, fit into the way you're supposed to be, as it says in the books and in all the processes of how you're supposed to be. And then if you're lucky, grace will bestow you with a big hit. And then you'll never be the same again.
Right, never be the same. That's definitely part of it.
That sounds like your show title.
Right. No, never not here is not never be the same.
Well, it's never something.
Yeah, okay, never's in there. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Never is. Yes. So you're talking about people wanting a real hit or to hear something that'll click. You know what I would say, Richard? I would say don't listen too carefully. Don't look for the words to give you anything except pointers. As a matter of fact, I like to tell the groups in satsang, don't believe me and don't disbelieve me. Just let it pass through. Because otherwise, everything that you hear is either going to go in the pile of, well, that's something I already know, and I agree with it, or that's something I disagree with. And all that happens is you just stay in your mind sense, and, that can't give you self. It can't give you an experience of who you already are. It clouds the issue.
It's like a reinforcement of the experience of who you think you are.
Always, over and over and over again. So it's really a question of being present. If something is said that's going to click, it'll click. But if you just allow yourself to be present, notice all the time that you agree or disagree, and don't tag along with the agreement or the disagreement. Just be present. Soon the mind sees that it doesn't need its assistance, and it kind of fades out. Because if you're not listening to it, and you're not believing everything that it's saying to you, you're just letting it go on and on. It's got to fade out. And then you experience what's there all the time.
So when you say click, I mean click, maybe we should just say osmosis instead of click, because click is also an event.
Okay, osmosis is fine. But the presence that we're talking about here is you. How can you get somewhere? How can anything do it if it already is you. You are that. Everybody's heard that a million times. And I would say probably everybody listening to your show right now has a sense of knowing that they are this presence. At least they know it cognitively in their mind. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be tuned into a non-duality program. It's very clear. I understand. There is this oneness, and when I'm not really being that oneness, I'm tuned into being identified as a person in duality, hoping to find the oneness, so that everything is looked for outside of yourself through your senses. And everything that we see with our senses, you know, see, touch, taste, smell, appears to be very, very real. But it's not the one reality. It's something that is preoccupying our attention. So knowing it in your mind about oneness, that you are that, starts to let you see through all the things that apparently appear to be real. So that's what you were talking about in the last segment, so that when things arise, because of this knowingness, you can allow things to be the way they are. It gives you a heads up on the mind's trying to tell you that everything that's going on, that you see with your senses and hear and are believing normally right away, it's just not the real thing. It's just a substitute. Clouding reality. And that's great. But I think what you're talking about something really doing the trick, you know, really getting somebody to know that they are that oneness, the self. They are an embodiment of the self. Then the knowingness has to spread into your total awareness, starting with your heart center. So that not only do you know it in your head, but you embody the knowing so that you are it and you feel it. There's no mistake. Call it what you will, you are it and you know it. It's not such a difficult thing.
Maybe your body already knows it, you know, and it's just a point of sinking down into it, or just being present with it. And maybe it's kind of effortless. And if we're thinking that no, how I can't even get my mind to know it, how am I going to get my heart to know it?
Yeah, but your mind does know that there's something bigger. And your heart knows too, because it has exploded with love and joy on many occasions. Everybody's has. But the identity is still, I am this person. And I am this person allowing things to be more and more and more. I'm honoring more that comes up, even the things I don't like. All right, so I have some reaction and some anger might come up, but I let it pass. You see, this is what the knowing does. It's just something, some energy just passing through. But the more you allow and the more you let the knowingness of who you are sink into your awareness, it even goes beyond allowing. You're into a state of being that which you are for long states of time. You know how so many people tell you, I'm sure they do, I'm on top of the world, there's no wrong, even if things go wrong, it's no problem. That's embodying it. If only it would last. I think that's what everybody is perturbed about. How do I make it stay? How do I make it stay so that there's no separation between me and knowing intrinsically who I am, and then not even worrying about how I respond in life or how good the life is. The experience of being body.
Oh boy, sorry about
that. Has no loud noises to distract me.
Yeah, right. I moved a piece of paper, I moved it right against the microphone.
Maybe you didn't want to hear what I just said.
Yeah, you better repeat that. I think that was my
I think
fault.
I remember what it was. You see, we're so concerned.
People want to know, you said. How to
Yeah,
make it stay, how to make it stay.
exactly. How do you make it stay? You know yourself as the embodiment of who you are. You stop identifying yourself as the person. That's embodying it in your heart. And it starts with allowing everything to be as it is. And then it becomes you. You see, you are that, and you know that. So the awareness of who you are comes first. You could call that being true to yourself. And in that, Richard, did you want to ask something? Did you
I
want
was
to say
just
something?
commenting that it controlling your life is such a business, you know. And you said just allowing everything to be as it is, and then that is kind of like a huge vacation from that business of controlling or trying to control. And then there's time to see and to look at new opportunities and new alternatives and
And there's more to it than that, Richard, because when you're identifying as the person, there's a lot of guardedness and protection because you're a separate individual. So the heart is guarded, but the person wants to feel open and loving and be loved. But you can't do that when the heart is guarded. And also, as a person, you have to protect yourself from danger. People don't realize how much energy goes into protecting oneself through the senses, you know, warding off the potential of some kind of danger. And so when you start noticing that you are what you've been seeking and you're just allowing that to be first, you're not in a position of holding on. So the person isn't guarding themselves. They're not holding themselves rigid. There's nobody there to control. So it's not even an issue to control anything. And if it's not an issue to control, then what you're trying to protect, the energy that you're trying to protect, has an opportunity to release itself without you being the doer. You're just not holding on, so the energy just disperses itself effortlessly. There's no doing in it at all. It's a given.
so then we feel like that there's a flow. I mean, because there is a flow, because the energy releases this energy.
It's a flow on all levels. Life is flowing. Now it's this way, and now it's this way, and now it's this way. But who's coming to each moment? What's that? Richard? Hear it?
Let's see if I got a phone call here. I might have a phone call here. Hello, are you on the phone?
Yeah, hi, Stuart.
What's
Yes?
your name? Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
David, Berkeley.
Berkeley.
Hello,
Hi,
David.
Stuart.
Yes. Which David are you? Or you don't want to tell your last name? Do we know each other?
I can't actually hear Stuart.
Can you
Oh,
hear
you
me,
can't hear
David?
Stuart? Let me see if I got everything pushed right here. Okay, but you hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't hear Stuart. My name's David.
Okay. Stuart, talk a little more and see if David can hear you.
David, can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now, Stuart.
Oh, good. Hi, David. Hello, David.
Hi.
Hi.
Missed you in I'm doing well. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you in Sedona.
Oh, yes. So, what's going on?
I'm calling about the experience of just flatness when there's just the experience of I'm here and I'm not seeking, I'm not moving away.
Yes.
But there's really nothing happening, and there's no movement for anything to happen. And that's a difficult place for me to be in when it gets to be, days at a time.
Mm-hmm. So does it affect your energy?
Can you say that again?
Does it affect your energy? Are you functioning at full speed?
I wish I could. Your voice isn't very clear.
Oh,
he's just asking if it affects your energy, so if it's kind of blocking you or freezing you out or making you dysfunctional.
No, I can still function, but it's sort of a draw to just do the very basics, like cook, feed myself. But there's not flatness is the best way I would describe it.
Yes, I hear you. So, what would you say is motivating this, David?
What's motivating it?
What's underneath it? I would say this sounds like the effect of something that's underneath it, that's being cloaked. It's almost like you've got this heavy blanket over you that's stopping you from having any energy. What's underneath it?
No, that's exactly what it is. I know there's waves of grief that come up, and there's kind of no longer anything that I'm buying into really fully and getting excited about and wanting to move towards. And I think I feel a real loss in not being able to get excited to be a part of something that I used to be able to be a part of.
I hear you.
It's like a not knowing how to orient.
How to what?
Not know how to orient in the world all that well.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe this isn't the time to focus outward, David.
Yeah, that seems true.
I mean, the world can only reflect where you're at, so if you're at this place, it's just going to mirror it back to you anyway, until you see what's operating. What is keeping you locked into this identification that wants movement, wants a flow? David wants that, doesn't he?
Yes.
David, he's coming first, you see. He wants a flow, he wants more energy, and he doesn't want whatever is underneath, like some kind of pain appearing, to surface. He doesn't want it. Who needs it?
Yeah, I can be with that pain, and it gets to a certain point where I move away from it, or I get scared. I get scared. It's what happens.
So it's very frightening. But
say that again.
It's frightening. This is frightening to you. This is frightening to David.
Yes, it's frightening to me. That's true.
So, okay, so you're fleshing it out. What is frightening David?
Can you ask the question one more time?
What is it that is frightening this character called David?
It's a belief about, well, it's a fear that I'll just feel dead, that there'll be nothing, that would just be the emptiness, and that's all that there will be. There's some fear around really surrendering into.
Nobody's asking you to surrender anything, David. Nobody is asking you to do that. We haven't gotten to that, any aspect of surrender yet. because we're first discovering that it's fear of really being in oblivion, non-ending void of oblivion, which is probably the opposite of being in the void of joy and bliss and nirvana. It's the mind's interpretation of being no thing.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? It's saying,
I do.
Don't look, because oblivion is the non-existence of David. He was a nice chap, but he's not here anymore. He's gone forever. And nobody wants to face their own extinction. I mean, even though we're all designed to do that, we don't want to ever look at it. Ever. You know,
No, I know.
Other people die, not us. Somehow we all know that we're infinite, you see. But we don't know which part of us is infinite. Since we identify with the form so strongly, there's a confusion about what dies and what doesn't. I think that's why we're so surprised when people pass. Like, how could they do that? Why would they do that? It's strange in a way. So anyway, that's just an aside. So you've discovered what you're afraid of, and you know that it's David's fear of this oblivion, this void that's empty. So it's already giving you a taste of deadness. Life is kind of dead. The energy's on hold. I know that you can allow that to be for a moment, can't you?
Did you ask if I can allow that to be for a moment?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I can feel that in this moment, that I can allow that to be here.
Yes, good.
And I can still feel a subtle resistance in my body.
You can allow that.
Hmm.
You just have to touch it, David. You don't have to make a whole, big process. It's there. You don't have to enter it and embody it. You just recognize it and ask, can I allow this to be present? Can you?
Yeah. When you say that, I can allow that, and I can feel like my vision come back into focus a little more. I can feel myself a little more.
Good. That's very good. So you're letting some of the energy dissipate. All of this is just energy that's kind of clogged up there. So is there any more resistance in this moment, or is it something else?
No, I'm here.
You're here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're present. Yes?
Yeah,
Oh.
the connection's a little choppy again. Can you speak a little slower, Stuart?
So, yes. What is present? What are you aware of?
There's a bee on a flower that I'm watching, sitting outside. Yeah, I can feel it. I'm just here. I'm just here now. I'm not afraid. I'm just here. And I'm okay.
You're okay, and there's also fear?
No, I don't really feel the fear. When you said I just need to touch it, I don't need to embody it. Something lets go. I think I get scared of it, and then I resist it. But when I just let myself be touched there, it dissipates almost immediately.
Good. So you're more open now, yes?
Yes.
Good. Very good.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
So, are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done for now.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Thank you. Thank you, Stuart.
Take good care.
Thank you, David.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
In a way, I can totally relate. You know, we just did this pretty big retreat a week ago, and I'm definitely not in the same place with my enthusiasm and stuff. Let's see if I know what to do here. Okay. Okay, let's see who we got on here today. No, I was just saying, like, my enthusiasm is really, you know, my old enthusiasm and my projects and stuff are like kind of dead, you know. Except I'm still able to do this show, but I mean, I could interpret that easily as flat,
Oh,
you know, like the same old go 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 is really not there. We're go where? Go 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 what? You know, forget it.
oh, there's an echo.
Yeah, somebody's probably. Let me straighten that out. Okay.
Yeah, somebody's probably.
Okay. Do you have your player still on, my dear?
Yeah, somebody's probably. Okay, do you have your player still on?
On Skype? I think you do. Let's see. Do you hear us on Skype? Yeah. I think you still have your player on, because when I turn your sound up, I get a big echo. You know, the player means like the part of the computer you were watching to watch the show. Hello? I'll turn your sound up and we'll see what we get.
I'll turn your sound up and we'll see what we get.
See, we get an echo here.
I'll turn your sound up and we'll see what we get. See, we get.
So, hi. Now, what I want you to do is to turn off that part of the computer that you were watching before. And then just leave Skype. Okay? Okay, let's see how... Oops, she dropped off.
She dropped Skype.
She dropped the wrong one. Huh? Let's see now. Here she comes. Jenny. Okay, you're back. Let's check the sound. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, I think you did it.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Jenny.
Jenny, hi.
Hi.
Hello, Jenny. Where are you calling from?
Florida.
Hi, Jenny.
Hey.
Have we met? Have we met, Jenny?
I called you on the phone a while back.
Uh-huh. Well, there you
My
are.
question is, many teachers that I watch a lot of Muji and Bert Harding on YouTube, and they talk a lot about how you can realize it now,
Yes.
but I feel like I need to learn like each lesson and then apply it to my life, and then it becomes a process. But why do they all point to it, you can realize it now?
Because they know it is the truth. And you think something else is more important for you to
What?
understand something.
I didn't hear what you just said.
Okay, I will try and repeat it. They know that you are already free, and you think you have to understand it and do a certain kind of process in order to realize yourself. It's all about a concept that the person is holding as true. They may say that there is nothing to do and I am free now, but I don't have that understanding, and I only understand what my mind can understand. Therefore, I'm going to use my mind to go step by step to get somewhere. Now, that may improve your understanding about the subject, but you must leave your mind to know who you are. And at the same time, there is a sense of control, having mastery over your life if you are within the realm of your mind. There's a safety in it. See what I'm saying, Jenny?
Yeah, it's what you're used to.
It's what you're used to. It's what you know. And everything that you've learned in your life, you've broken into steps and learn step by step. That's how we learn in school. You read a chapter, you discuss it, you ask questions about it, and you understand it. You expand on it. But
Yeah.
you see, you are already the expansion, identifying as being a person, this young woman named Jenny, living in South Florida, I assume, who has to do it a certain way to get somewhere.
Yeah.
I call that Jenny's concept of understanding enlightenment. Stop that. If you just stop that for a moment, you will slip into your own nature. That's the good news. So what is present, Jenny?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. No problems, no question of becoming something bigger, no question of learning or improvement. So could you describe this nothing in your own words? Oh, try. Go ahead, try.
It's just nothing.
Well, it seems to be enjoyable. Yes,
Yeah.
very enjoyable. You see, your mind cannot understand this nothing that's enjoyable for no reason. It can't get it. It's limiting. Right. It can't get you there because it doesn't get it. It makes no sense. There's no reason for this joy and this openness. Therefore, come back to what you know, is what its message is. Now, do you want to go back there and take steps to get here?
No,
as if you could.
There's no need.
Exactly. There's no need.
And then the question comes to my mind, well, how can I live daily life like this? But it's then again, it's just a question, right?
Yes, and who's having that question?
The mind.
Yes. And you can just notice that and leave it alone. So the question I'll ask back to you, Jenny, how can you possibly lead your life moment to moment without any problems or worries?
If you don't lead it.
Huh?
If you don't lead it.
Well, how can you, in this state, live your life? You tell me. From this experience of knowing who you are, how can you do it?
You can't.
You can't? How can you not? Look, after all there is, as they've always said, this moment. And as far as I can see, and I can see you, you are fully present in this moment. Are you not? Without your mind telling you, judging you, bringing back past history about what you know, none of that is present, and you are totally here in this moment. So it's fresh. This is a very clear moment, and you are here to be present to it. Empty. Empty. See, a person is taught to be full of knowing how to be, what to know, what to answer, how to react, what's expected. Then, of course, all the judgments come about how you're doing it, how you're being responded to. But in this moment, none of that is there. So you're perfect. The moment is clean, you're perfect, and there are no problems. Deal with it. What to do? Was there something else arising, Jenny?
I don't have any questions right now.
So enjoy the openness. Enjoy knowing yourself in the awake state. Be yourself. Got a very good taste. That it takes no effort from Jenny to be who you truly are before you know yourself as Jenny. Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Jenny.
welcome. Let's speak again at some point.
Yes.
Okay. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Richard, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Let me switch. I've got the Jenny video on and not my own here.
Oh, okay.
We'll just switch back on that, and then that ought to work. I hate to leave you in the dark there.
I saw your yin and yang symbol. Yeah, it was very nice.
Uh-huh.
It's yours, right?
I guess it is. Right, it is.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'll put the number back up, so I'm getting some good calls.
Yes.
But, like I was saying before, that I think you have to get used to another kind of a motivation, or a lack of a motivation. If the motivation was all into doing and enthusiastic, believing you're making some great world contribution, it's enough to inspire you to keep moving, but somehow taking a break is what it takes to see, because keeping moving is what it takes to stay blind, I think.
Well, it's hard to see stuff when you're moving fast. You heard before when David, was allowing something.
Yeah.
He started to notice what was going on the flower.
Right.
But when you're in your mind, you don't notice anything that's around you very clearly.
Right.
So when you stop, that's when you start really seeing things. Not just inside, but everything.
Yeah, everything, and not only just the birds and the bees, but also like the opportunities in your own life, and you know what you
it's like
want to
that's
do.
yeah. You're like you're not always questioning and wanting to know what's next. You just sort of flow into it. You're sort of guided, I would say. That's my experience. This is what's next. Okay.
I think that's a really nice thing to talk about, and it must be a kind of like a delicate space because it's so easy to really bluff your way or just kind of like go through there like a bull in a china shop trying to sense what's next. And I don't know, sounds like maybe it's something that is very delicate.
What do you mean, delicate?
Takes some sensitivity to see it, or maybe a certain amount of stillness.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I think that, most of the people in the world are very extroverted because it's highly praised, this extroversion. But I think most of the people that pondered the reality of who they are have a very strong introversion, which, although the world doesn't honor, very useful.
So does that mean introverted? Okay, that's just the way it turned out that those guys,
we're gonna have to go through
went
this.
into it. Yeah, but I mean, extroverted. Do we all have to become introverted before we can go anywhere? I don't know about that. Yeah. Somebody's probably on Skype. Let me see what we got.
Hi, Stuart.
Hello.
Hi, Stuart.
Okay.
Is that Michael?
I want to ask you to turn off your player there because I think we have a pretty strong echo with you. So I'll leave you muted there for a second while you can find the video player that you were... The trouble with the player is it's about 6 or 8 seconds off. And so then all our voices come back at us about 6 or 8 seconds behind. Let me see how you're doing.
Is that you, Michael?
Yes.
How are you, Michael?
I'm well, thank you.
It's nice to hear from you.
And you, I'm with Elliot and Ellen Mack and Nakshan.
Oh, great. That's very nice. Hello, everybody.
They're all saying hi.
Hi.
Hi. Ellen, I just sent you an email.
To me?
Yes, to you, thanking you for the Reboot Gita copies.
Ah, good.
Thank you very much. Sorry it took so long.
It's okay. Good.
Yes. It was nice having you here in Sedona.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see you, Stuart.
I can't see you, Michael.
You can't see me?
No, your video's not on.
Oh, I'll put the video on.
All right. We'll give it to...
Not yet.
Oh, it'll come. Let me get it. I have to get it over to you. But it's coming. Let me see if it comes up. Sometimes it takes a little while to get through.
So maybe he can talk while it's going on?
Yeah, definitely. It's
So-
just the computer's calculating it or something, but it looks like it's going forward well.
Good. I think it's coming. No? You're back.
Yeah, I'm back, but that's just something else. Anyhow, it's trying. Trying
Okay.
its darndest. Maybe it'll happen.
How are you, Michael? Talk to me. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. We may have disconnected it.
No, it's happening. It's happening. Okay.
Okay. You mean I should be patient, Richard?
Who knows?
Should I be patient?
You do whatever you want.
Must I?
The video came up, but it's kind of frozen. I'll show everybody a
Oh.
snapshot of Michael here. But maybe it'll unfreeze. Oops,
Okay.
it went away, yeah.
Looks like his high school portrait.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Ah.
I can't make it bigger.
You're
Okay,
the
there we are, Stuart.
Hi. Can you see me?
I can see you perfectly.
And I can see you too.
Okay, let me just put this Okay, there we go.
Who's
All
in the
right,
back
Stuart.
there?
So So what's happening for me is I just came out of a very, very debilitating depressive cycle where I was in bed for about 18, 20 hours and terribly, it was very painful. And then it suddenly shifted, just literally shifted like within hours. And typically when these depressive cycles shift, I feel wonderful. I feel joyful, and my life is fundamentally easy, generally present with everything. And then the depression cycle repeats itself. So my question is, am I doing something to cause this cycle to occur, or is it just a happening? Because when I go in these depressive cycles, I lose. There's no. I'm in a state of abject terror, and it's nothing circumstantial or situation seems to. There's nothing circumstantial or situational that seems to change. It just seems to be a chemical shift, and I just don't want it to happen again. It's very, very painful.
But it's a cycle that has happened over and over during the years, hasn't it?
It's been about 25 years.
So you know it intimately.
I do.
Yes. And in the relationship to the 25 years of those cycles of depression, how much of the time is the non-depression to the joyous experience?
The cycle is now, it's about 6 to 8 weeks in the depression and about 6 to 8 weeks in presence. Fundamentally, just joyful and easiness. But there is that preoccupation in the back of my mind that, oh gosh, will it happen again? It's like when I'm out of it, I totally almost forget it, but then suddenly I'm preoccupied with, oh fuck, I don't want to deal with this again.
I hear you.
Yeah,
so,
it's just, I mean, if it's my path, I accept it, but I don't like it.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe it either. No, I don't accept it.
You don't want it. But let me ask you this, Michael. Is there anything in you that thinks it's inevitable?
What? What's inevitable?
The whole cycle of the good and the depression. It's just the way it is.
Is there a part of me that thinks that the cycle will end?
No, that it's inevitable. But
Yes.
That's just it's been, and it always will be that way. Okay?
Yes. Yes. There is a preoccupation with. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Absolute yes.
So therefore, Michael, my suggestion may be what you may not want to hear.
I'm
I'll
open.
say, what I think is that if this is what it's been for the last 25 years, the high and the low, then the universe is telling you that that's the way it is, and you should stop identifying with being the person you think you are. Pronto. Because if you don't, it's going to continue, and it probably might get worse.
Well, it is getting progressively worse.
So it's telling you that, and you know it's getting worse. And because you're asking me, I'm saying that it's time to know who you are and stop pretending that you're this character who's being besieged with depression and then a retreat.
You're cutting in and out, but that's easy to say when I'm not in this cycle. But when I'm in the depressive cycle, it's hard for me to not identify.
Yeah, but right now you're not in the cycle, so you're hearing what I'm saying. And I'm not saying not identify with the depression. I'm talking about not identifying as being this particular character that lives his life the way he lives his life and upholds how he sees the world as he sees it. In other words, your identification is, I am this Michael character. I live here, I do this, and that's the way it is. And at the same time, you know that there's something else going on beyond the depression and the joy. See, even the joy is not necessarily the oneness. It's Michael being happy.
I see. I'm identifying with the joy.
Michael's joy.
Yeah,
It's
there's still an identification,
a strong one,
of a character called Joyful Michael.
and depressive Michael. And you know, Michael, if you could take all the depressive qualities and sync them, and only have the joyous ones, you would, wouldn't you? Wouldn't Michael do that?
Yes.
Well, good luck. It's not going to happen.
I know that's hopeless.
Not really. You don't know it really.
No, I don't know it. It's just theoretically, I
No,
know it.
Hard,
I don't really know it from the perspective of living it. True.
That's right. Because the human being wants it to be the way the human being wants it. And this is the result.
It's the result of identifying with identification, period.
Exactly. That's right.
So, am I responsible for the depressive cycles? Are they just a happening, or when it happens, just not identify as Michael the depressive? And just, it's easy to it's very difficult to live it and fully embrace that.
But there are also things that you do in your life that you enjoy very much, aren't there?
Say again?
There are also things in your life that you enjoy very much, aren't there?
Absolutely, yes. No question.
You don't want them to diminish, do you?
I do not.
Of course not. So the Michael character wants the life to be of what Michael wants.
Oh, the Michael character wants the life to be in the absence of depression.
And full of what he likes, full of what gives him great energy and joy. That's the human condition, Michael. I want it that way. That to me would be free. Michael being free.
Say that again.
If I could get Michael to have everything he wanted, as he wanted it, the things he enjoyed and none of the depression, then the Michael character would be free.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But
I can hear that.
That's not freedom. That's a dream.
Yeah, that feels really, that really feels much more relaxing. Yeah.
See, we are in a phenomenon where there are always opposites. There's joy and depression. You can't have one without the other. It's like heads and tails. And you happen to have it to the extreme. And there's nothing you as a character can do about that. Because either it will drive you crazy, or you will use it as a cue to realize that that's the way it is. And you can stop trying to make it different.
You should go off Skype.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, but I think I got the message.
Recognize what's going on. Feel the polarity of the two depressive and joy, and recognize it for what it is, and see if you can just take a pause.
Mm. Thank you.
And then you can taste who you are before you know yourself with all these concepts.
Mm.
So it looks to me like you're in a state where there's nothing to change. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't feel any sense of identification with the character of joy or right now depression. Just really, really here. Just here.
Yes. So I would cultivate that knowing, Mike.
And hear that.
I said I would cultivate your knowing of yourself from here. See, this is you coming right from your heart center.
Yeah, it feels like just this letting go of defending or protecting my heart. I just feel much more open.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
On a visceral level, heart level. Resting there. Good. I hope to see you when you come out in September.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in September as well, Stuart.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You're so welcome.
Did you guys want to talk to him? Okay, so I'll just hang up now.
Okay, thank
Nobody
you,
else
Michael.
wants to talk to me?
What's that?
I said nobody else wants to talk to me?
Ellen, do you want to talk to him? Ellen's going to come and talk to you.
No, I don't.
She's hold on.
I don't have. I don't have anything to say except thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
that your voice isn't coming across very clear on this Skype, so it's maybe better for us to go back to the non-Skype.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you have anything to say, I'd be happy to hear it.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
It
It was wonderful to be there.
Okay. Bye.
So, I guess Nakshan's coming over for something here.
to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Stuart.
Hello, Nakshan. How are you?
I'm fine. Can you see me, or I can see you, but can you see me?
I can see you fine. You're
Huh.
looking very well.
Look at the little left-hand corner. That's what he's
Oh. Well, Stuart, I don't have much to say. I just I enjoyed your email,
Good.
and I'd love to see you in person when you come to the Bay Area in September.
So we'll do that.
Yes. And this time, no excuses. I will have to be there. I have to see you.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Elliot's coming next.
Oh, Elliot? Okay.
Hi, Stuart.
Hello, Elliot. How was China?
I was in China yesterday.
You were there
Actually,
yesterday?
in some ways, it feels like today, and that I've just gotten off the plane.
Yeah.
So
tired?
Well, maybe, yeah, but maybe more just really appreciative of being back and quiet within. I think I got a feeling of how privileged we are in this society. So I'm rededicated to my work.
It's nice. And the eclipse, it was something?
Yeah, the eclipse, it occurred in the rain.
Oh.
So we saw nothing. We were on the holiest mountain of China, and it was clear the day before and clear the day after, and it rained the day of the eclipse.
And how often does this eclipse happen?
Say it again?
How often does this particular eclipse happen?
Well, there are usually eclipses about twice a year. But this one was the longest of the 21st century. But all I saw was it got dark. You know, and the spectacle of the eclipse is to see the corona of the sun, and there's all these special effects, none of which were seen. So all that happened is it got dark.
Oh, it's too bad. Well, you got a little message about gratitude. That's not bad.
Yeah, and the mountain was beautiful. I mean, the Chinese people are into pilgrimages, and this was a place of a pilgrimage. So, I mean, but the poverty in every way is so much so overpowering. Just the little things, like there was barely a toilet that didn't smell, or that you can't ever drink the water. Even the Chinese people can't drink it because somehow they mixed the sewage system with the water system. I mean, it's just all these ways that we're just so privileged.
Yeah. Kind of makes India look very civilized, huh?
In some ways, but then China is very civilized in other ways. I mean, no one ever steals. I mean, they leave all sorts of valuable things, and no one steals. And I mean, India is more anarchistic, and China is more structured. There's also a type of innocence in China, like because people are not political, they just run their lives just not worrying about bigger issues.
And do they know who they are, Elliot?
Yeah, what?
Do you think they know who they are? Or do they identify as the character?
Yeah, they identify with family, and I never saw a moment of what we're calling inquiry. But for me it was good. That's all I could say. It was a good journey, and now I got it out of my system.
So welcome back.
So where I'm at is I now have a certain background physical pains going on all the time, and it has a sobering effect. But it's I'm learning about how to just be present with pain, and not try to make it any different. So the word that I would use to characterize this moment is sobriety. I'm not taking risks. I'm just not taking drugs, not getting high on different trips, just doing my work as a psychotherapist and trying to honor my friends and quieting down.
Sounds good. Glad we got to connect.
You have to repeat that.
I said I'm glad we got to connect.
Yeah. Which weekend of September will you be here?
The third weekend.
Oh, good.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's a good weekend for me, yeah.
Ellen told me when to come.
Good.
We'll all be there.
Very nice. I look forward to being with you guys.
Okay, it's pretty amazing that we can see each other.
It is, isn't it? It's great.
So I guess we can move. I don't know how to do this. Maybe I'll let Michael come back.
Oh no, I'm done.
They can just go on to the next.
Okay,
I'm
you.
done.
I guess. Thank you, and I guess you can go on to the next call.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you, Elliot.
Everybody.
Bye bye.
Man, it's
Okay,
too
let's
close.
see. Get another one. So I'll just leave that same video there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hello?
Hey, hello, Richard. Hello, Stuart.
Hi, Stuart.
Hey,
Hey, Lori.
hey, how you guys doing? You can see me?
Good. The sound,
Hi there.
sound is breaking up.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
So
What's going on?
You look fine. You look relaxed.
Do I?
Yes.
Yes.
Not, you look like you're having a good time.
I am. It's nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Nice to see you too. We just wanted to say hello. We say something.
It's kind of like we're on this sitcom, you know? Where are the writers when you need them? Yeah.
So
You guys,
I don't know what to say. In the morning, before I wake up, there's dreaming. There's dreaming, inner dreaming, an awareness of dream, of inner stories and scenes and all that. And lately, I've been thinking that I've been aware that as I watch that inner, what's going on, the story, that I haven't at that point yet connected me with what I'm watching. That I'm just kind of watching impersonally. So
that's interesting. It's like you're just aware of what's going on, but it's not personal at all.
right.
He does that a lot. He has a lot of lucid dreams.
Oh.
I had an interesting dream. Oh.
All right.
No, you can.
You're on next.
I had a
I was
really.
just going to say, before you say that, I was just going to say that if you just watch the things in your life the same way, you know?
Yes, that's aware of that. Yeah.
Yeah, then there would be no need for a reaction, you know, or a need to change anything. That'd be something.
Yes, that would be a lot.
That would be asking a lot, right? Right.
You can ask.
And you can receive, too.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Lori, what did you want to say?
I had a dream where I won't tell the whole story. You know how easily I can digress. But it was about playing out all the pitfalls of my life and then winding up, and then trying to run away from something, and by serendipity and circumstance in the dream, I wound up at a satsang of some sort, where I was afraid. I actually broke into this house to avoid a danger. I broke into a house to be safe,
And it turned out that the people who lived there were all realized people. We were all Advaita people. It felt like Tiru. It felt like satsang in Tiru. That was the feeling tone. And I, in the dream, realized that everything I'd been running from and my breaking into this house of strangers, so to speak, was grace. You know, that I was being guided, and I was actually safe. That I was, you know, being embraced, and it was actually safe. And then I went out again and encountered some samurai, and it wasn't safe again. But I
Knew I should have told you to stop there.
What?
I knew I should have told you to stop when it felt safe.
Yeah, well, you see, where were you when I needed you? I was, you know, I was alone with samurai. No, I'm
But
kidding.
now you can stop.
Mm-hmm.
See, your dream seems more like a vision of the possibility of feeling unsafe, breaking into, in a sweat, into a house where there's only safety, which is like breaking into yourself,
Mm-hmm.
feeling safety, knowing the safety and knowing it's possible.
I
How
can't
about
hear
this?
you, Stuart.
Oh, that's too bad. It was such a brilliant thing I said.
What I heard was,
We'll watch the video.
what I
No,
heard
it's
was,
he said knowing it's safety and knowing that it's possible.
yes,
And experience- and experiencing it for however long, tasting it. You hear me? Tasting the safety.
mm-hmm.
Before the mind comes in with its old concept of you can trust the lack of safety. You can trust the anxiety. In the form, in this case, of the samurai.
Uh-huh.
Your whole dream is like telling you that you have shifted in your own belief of your concepts about the belief of, is it real that you can trust being alive and being safe?
Yeah, it was very, and in the dream, I noticed that. I actually, and it was very joyful. It was very joyous. It was a real clear experience that it's all grace and that I'm okay, you know, that
More than that.
that I am safe.
More than that.
More than that?
More than that. There's
Yeah.
nothing but safety.
Yes. I hear you. Yeah.
See if you can let just some of that in.
What? I didn't hear that. See if I could let that back in?
See if you can just let that idea in, that there is nothing but safety.
Okay.
And that you are that safety.
Yeah. That was part of the realization in the dream.
And from the safety, watch the samurai.
Watch the samurai?
From the knowingness of safety.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in the dream, I was able to get away from them. I was able to check out without being noticed. But now I get what you're asking me, at least what I'm hearing through the choppy connection is to try and experience being, you know, safe in the presence of the samurai, so to speak. Is that
Yes.
is that correct?
Yes, being safe in the appearance of danger.
In the appearance of,
In the appearance of danger.
in the appearance of danger, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm doing that now.
Beautiful.
Mm.
You see
Yeah.
the strength. You can feel. I can see it on your face. The joy. You can feel the power of safety, and even the danger of the samurai can't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't touch it.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks. That's beautiful.
So are you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said, so are you.
Oh, thank you, Stuart. Thank you.
You too, Hirsch. Love you both.
We'll see you in Toronto, in Ottawa.
In Ottawa.
In
Yes,
Canada.
Talk to you before
very
that.
nice. In
I love
August.
you too, Stuart.
God bless you both.
God bless you too.
Bye, Hirsch. Bye, Lori.
Bye, Richard.
You there, Richard?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not so quick on my video. I gotta.
You got a picture on the top left there. Who is that?
Oh, well, that's Hirsch actually. That's his picture. That's his
Oh, that was his signature.
his signature picture. Yeah.
Yes. You're so formal today, Richard.
Oh.
It's to see that somebody's holding up the formality here.
Yeah. We're getting some really weird feedback loops. I probably should have said. A lot of times a headset is insurance. You know, you probably should have been wearing a headset, but it hasn't been. Yeah. Somehow there's a lot of bleeps and bips, but I think it's all understandable. And so then there you go. It's funny how when all this works together, sometimes it's you know, there's a lot of back and forth there. But when we just try it out ourselves, it seems everything's perfect. I guess it is.
It is.
So we burned 90. Pretty good, huh?
That's 90 minutes we've been on
Yeah.
already?
Well, maybe we started a little late.
A little bit, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we started maybe 12 minutes later, 10 minutes late.
It doesn't seem like 80 either.
No, we can see. We could. I'll put the number back up. Let's see now. Where is that number? Right. Okay, I'm here. You're there. Everything's good.
Everything's good.
Yeah, right.
We're safe.
Sometimes I have a few helpers, but today it's a little more narrow, you know.
Oh, you're doing it all yourself today?
Pretty cool, huh? I can do this. Jerry was here for a while, but then he took off.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So. I wanted to say also, where I was going earlier with talking about knowing the self, you know, cognitively, and then embodying it in the heart. It's the openness right here that allows people to look at what they fear most, the darkness that's being held, usually further down in the solar plexus in the gut. And so from the openness of knowing and embodying who you are, that's when you really can start to face what you're holding. And that's a major step. allowing yourself to be present with that which you're always trying not to feel, to avoid. When you can do that, then you start to really cleanse the whole identity of who you think you are. Because then you can start to be with that which the character dreads and never wants to look at. And in reality, it's energy that's being suppressed. So that once you can be with that energy, you can start to let this energy just flow out of you. And it doesn't have to rule your life anymore. And then you're really freed up.
You know what's come to me? It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Because here I'm complaining or I'm explaining or I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm saying we got 4 video loops and 4 audio loops and they get tangled up. And then when they all operate together, who knows what's going on, you know, and the sounds come from left and right and up and down and I don't know what to do. And, you know, that's what's going on in our body. Like our conditioning is feeding our emotions, is feeding our thoughts, is feeding our energy, is feeding so many things are all feeding this and that, and it's feeding the way we hold ourselves, and our backache is, you know, and our cramps and you know, our malfunctioning liver, and which is the cause and which is the effect, and we're always saying, oh yeah, it works in both directions.
And what do I take for this? And who do I
start
speak
to
for
think
that?
it's really complicated.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Yeah, it feels that way. And you know, that's, you know, what came to me is like, so then we were talking about dreams, you know, and Lori was talking about dreams, and Hirsch was talking about dreams, and of course when we're dreaming, sometimes we actually just jump into action, you know, like sometimes we shout, and our wife says, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And say, "Oh, I guess I was dreaming." Or we try to run, you know, and our feet go woo. And then, hey, you know, like there is a cramp in the body. There is something. There is actually a physical reaction. There is some holding and stuff going on, even in our dreams. But then when we wake up from that dream, we don't really try to psychoanalyze ourselves and figure out how to release that part of our body or anything like that. It just goes. It's gone. It was a dream, you know.
That's right.
And maybe that our whole life is just a dream, and our body really, because I mean, it's so easy to hear that, okay, the energy's in our heart, and now it's dropping to our solar plexus, and thinking, no, this is something to do. This, I got to do it, you know. And
it's a
this is a process.
Not really.
Yeah? Tell us.
It's just natural. Because once you start knowing and then feeling and then being, there's nobody there to hold on anymore, and then you become conscious.
It just lets go in the moment, right? Okay, let's just see here. I'll get this guy right back. I'm getting some quick recoveries here, I think. So, let's see what we got here. Sometimes it seems like Skype gets... Okay, let's just say. There's nothing there to hold on to, you're saying, right?
Yeah, there really isn't any process. It's just a realization of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it again and see if we got... Getting a few feedbacks here, but... Somebody's calling, that's it. Hello, do you hear us on the phone?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, what's your name? And where are you calling from?
This is Anita and Catherine calling from Boston. And
hello.
Our player here. Okay. Hi, Stuart.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, good, but not as good as I was when you were here in February.
Well, you have an invitation to come out here anytime.
Oh, I can't hear.
I'll do that in August.
Okay, let's see now. She says she can't hear.
Can you hear me?
I can hear, but it's hard to understand. Let's see. I heard that part, but it's hard. It's sort of. difficult connection. But
Oh, who is there with you, Catherine? Can you hear me?
there, I heard that. Yes.
You said there was somebody there with you?
I couldn't hear that.
Oh.
Okay, let me see. I'll try to move our microphone closer. Let me see how I can do this. Maybe I can do it quickly. Can you hear us now?
Oh, hello?
Oh, yeah. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just put an extension cord on your microphone. I'm going to move it closer to the speaker.
And can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me also?
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of other noise too, but I heard you in between.
Yeah, we're having a noisy night. Okay,
Well, I'll just start and we'll see what happens. So when you were here in February, Stuart, it was just incredible. And the stillness stayed for like several weeks. And even other people saw it, like as a sort of white space over my head. It was really phenomenal. But it went away, and I can't get it back.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on now?
Oh, wait, I couldn't hear again.
I said, what's going on now, right now?
Right now. Well, it's getting better.
What's getting better? What is getting better?
Sort of an inner state.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a little bit more heart going on now.
That's good.
Than earlier.
Okay. Just stay with that. Just be with that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear.
I said, just be with that.
Oh, just be with that?
Yes. My suggestion to you is to do absolutely nothing. But,
cool. Do absolutely nothing.
yes.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what I normally am thinking.
Yes.
There's just always this sort of chatter like, what to do next, what to do next, what should I be doing, what should I be doing?
Yes. Well, right now, do nothing. You know, when you do nothing, you can't do it wrong.
True.
So do you feel yourself relaxing?
Say again?
Do you feel yourself relaxing?
Yes, yes.
Good. So follow the relaxation. Let it take you.
there's definitely this part of me that can't quite get there. Like I just like the mind just comes in and starts questioning it right away.
And who is it that believes what it's saying? Could you say your name again? Could you say your name again?
Anita.
Anita, yes, I forgot. Okay. Anita, who is believing this mind?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
I said, who is believing this mind that just said what it did?
Right. Good question. I think it's, well, the little me, you know, is constantly confused.
So let that be okay, just for now. Let the confusion be okay. It's just present. What are you aware of right this moment?
The cool breeze in the room. Everything just kind of got bigger.
Yes.
Somebody's playing a guitar in another room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's stillness all around.
Beautiful.
A lot of heart.
Yes. So truly, doing nothing and noticing, believing in the mind led right back to your nature of expansive awareness.
Okay, let me see if I got that. Noticing that I was believing in my mind took me back to awareness.
Noticing you were believing and then turning away from it.
Yeah,
leaving it alone.
Away from... Sorry.
Just noticing you are believing it and stopping.
Right. Yep.
And then consciously, as Anita, doing absolutely nothing.
What a relief.
Yes, I would say so. I stand for nothing. I support no thing. I am no thing. You know what Ramana said? He said, you will not know your glory until you cease to exist. How's that?
Wow.
Sweet, benevolent Ramana. You will not know your glory until you cease to exist, as you know yourself as a person. Stop buying what your mind tells you is true. Question it. Always question it. And assume it's lying. That's my suggestion. Because it's more concerned with its existence than yours. And ultimately, even that doesn't exist.
It's persistent, all right.
God bless it. Be yourself. Do nothing and be yourself. Is that a deal?
Yeah, thank you. I will. I'd like to say, I wanted to say I'll try, but That doesn't sound very convincing.
You knew I wouldn't buy that. Yes.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Anita.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Had enough, Richard?
I think we're doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good? You want more? Should we go on and on? Or should we do it some other time? What do you want?
Okay, well, we got our people. Everyone's watching for 3 hours now, so maybe we ought to let them go to
No
the
more
next
calls
tour.
coming in? I mean, if there are calls coming in, I'll stay, but it's
Yeah.
really up.
We don't have one right now.
Okay.
I think we can put this on as a regular event.
I would love that.
Yeah, I love it already.
I know. It's fantastic.
Yeah, God, it's really cool.
And it's great. It's absolutely fantastic that you're doing this.
Uh-huh.
You know, because it's reaching so many people, and it's, you know, and it's getting better. You know,
Right.
it's great.
Yeah, we were up to 60 today, I think. Maybe we're in the 50s now. These are good ones. These are good numbers, you know. That's what we want.
Okay.
So. Maybe even the people that called in intimated, you know, that that when you were here, it was really, really silent. But I don't know, you know, in 90 minutes we can do a miracle for well, the way I feel it, you know. I think if you allow it as a viewer, everything's here. Because where is here? It's just here. It's not there.
So is it silent where you were pointing?
Yeah, I was pointing at you.
I thought you were pointing to your heart.
yeah, I'm doing that too. Then I went there. No,
So
but I mean,
let me ask you this, Richard. With all the stuff you've got there, all these technicalities that you understand, I don't even try,
yeah,
but
right.
you understand it. But right this moment, could you just forget about that stuff? Like, just pretend it'll just take care of itself.
Yeah, I'm not really even, you know, thinking of too much.
Good.
It's second nature these days.
That's good. So maybe you just want a nice long drink of just being no thing while all of this is going on. Everything going on, aware of no thing happening. You're being done. All is well. No problem.
Someone doesn't want to leave us alone.
Somebody's coming to the
Oh,
door.
this is a good up. Yeah, we almost had her. I think I just slipped.
Oh, she may call back.
You may call back when she hears this, huh? Let's see now. Is this her? No, that's someone else. Let me see if I can find her. You know, I mean, what you say is happening because this stuff happens like second nature. And it's, okay, there she comes. Okay. So we'll give her a chance to, yeah, I'm in a kind of a feeling, you know, like when the show's going or when you're talking, I mean, there's a big feeling that's kind of going, whoa, you know, and then other little things are happening. I think, whoa, that's a really good feedback loop. This is going beep, beep, beep. That's it, you know, so what? Maybe someday we'll improve it. I don't know. All right, let's see who we got here. Let me unmute you. Hello.
Hello, hello, Richard.
Hi.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I sure do. Let me put you on so Stuart can see you.
Can you see me?
I can see you too.
Oh, good. We're meeting for the first time. We have talked a
That's
lot.
actually right. We've talked a lot.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I've seen you. You haven't seen me.
Yeah, right. Now Stuart sees you. I got it set up so Stuart sees you and so that you don't
Hi,
really see
Stuart.
me.
Hello.
Do you see me?
I see you. What is
My
your
name
name?
is Geeta.
Say it again.
My name is Geeta.
Geeta?
Geeta like Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Hi, Geeta.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Where are you calling
I've been
from?
enjoying your show.
Oh, good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Carlsbad, California.
Ah, sure. Beautiful.
It's a beautiful day today here.
Here, too.
Where are you?
I'm in Sedona, Arizona.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
It isn't that hot like in Arizona, but it's nice and warm here.
You know, I noticed it was rain before during the show. We've been waiting for the rain. Yeah. Do you have a question, Geeta?
Yes and no. I mean, questions keep coming, and it seems like it's the same old, same old.
Uh-huh.
And it's never satisfied.
Yeah.
And you know, I've talked to Richard, and I've watched several other teachers like Mooji, and it's been remarkable how things have progressed, and I feel that about 90% of the time I can just not be in the mind. I noticed that it's quiet. It's very quiet. But there are moments when I'm taken away by the floods. And it seems like an old program running off with no delete button there.
I understand.
So I'm going, where's the button? Where's the button? Where's the button? And then I say, okay, button can be there or not. Let me watch. And it's a whole shenanigan of the whole thing, the body, all the discomfort, everything. I mean, if it's the happiness playing out, it doesn't concern myself so much. But if it's the sad story that's running, it's incredible that you can't find the delete button when you want it. So...
Where is it?
Where is it? Now, and so it's absurd after it's all over. It's like as if it has a mind of its own or something. And I'm going, what kind of creatures are we really? You know, it's like an automaton running its thing. So does this ever end? That's my question.
Yes.
That's good to know.
It ends right now.
But it keeps coming up sometimes. So
I understand it keeps coming up. But it all depends on how you know yourself, Geeta.
Mm.
Your name is the truth. You are the truth. Totally the truth. That's very good news. If you are the truth, you are an embodiment of love. You are love itself. Can you feel that?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. You see, so that's it. So it stops when you know yourself as you are in truth. When you follow your name, you are stopping everything else that appears to be the truth from taking over. It encompasses everything. Everything that you've ever heard or ever read or ever heard any teacher say, you are that. It even is your name. So if you honor the truth of who you are, what else could be there?
Yes, there's a feeling, even as it happens.
There is what?
There is the knowing that this too shall pass, and it's not me, it's not mine, it's not self, that sort of a thing. Yet the byproduct of those programs that seem to run really does fall into the discomfort zone in the body itself. It's felt in the body.
Yes.
And I let it be, but I just, it's a matter of time maybe, or timelessness. I don't know what to say.
No, it's something else. You see, it seems to me like you've been at this for a while. Is that true?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So,
for about 7 years.
How many years?
7.
Okay. So it looks to me like you know who you are, and you allow yourself to rest in that. And I think that's something that you could do, Gita.
Yes, I do. I seem to be able to do that very easily lately.
Yes.
For the past few months, I would say.
Yes. So I think it's time for the love to penetrate the pain. It seems to me that you are willing and open to just allow yourself to be completely defenseless against all doing whatsoever, like right in this moment. To allow the pain to exist and allow the love to enter it. Which is what you could say is the state of complete surrender. And there's absolutely nothing that the character Gita is doing, but recognizing the truth of who she is and the pain that she appears to be carrying, and allow this potent love to enter and scoop it out. It's not your job at all. It's very soothing, isn't it?
Very much so.
Yes. Yes. This is the beautiful, beautiful awareness of embodying who you are and trusting and relaxing so deeply that you can allow yourself to be completely unguarded and let the love penetrate and take care of everything. You see, it knows no barriers.
No, there's none now.
There's what?
There are no barriers now.
No, none.
Not at this moment.
Mhm. Mm.
Thank you, Stuart.
Pleasure meeting you, Gita.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Bye for now.
Richard.
Thank you, Gita.
Thanks very much, Richard.
It's really all for me, I guess.
Mhm. That's right. It's all for Richard. Oh, that's great. Mm. Mm.
Hello, do you hear us on the telephone?
Hello, this is Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. Where are you from?
From Boston.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Stuart. I just wanted you to know that I was here with Anita, who just spoke with you. That lovely Anita that you met back in February. That's the
Yes.
Anita who spoke with you a few minutes ago, and we're having our own little satsang here, watching you.
Beautiful. I thought that's what I heard, but I wasn't sure.
I knew you couldn't connect it, so I had to tell you, so you would know.
Thank you very much, Catherine.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I won't keep you now. I'm sure somebody else wants to hear you.
Oh, maybe.
Thanks a lot, Catherine.
Richard, thank you for doing what you do. This is a really, really great thing because Stuart doesn't come around enough to Boston, so we get a chance to see him right now.
We're going to do it a whole lot of times, you know.
Thank you so much, Richard. Have a great day, all of you.
Thank you.
So, Richard, how are you doing?
I guess I live on these shows. I don't know what.
You lucky devil, you.
Yeah, I don't know whether food comes into the picture anymore.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Right.
I think this would be a good place
Yeah, this is a good place. It feels right, you know. Plus, we have some European viewers, so it's getting really late there.
Yeah. I hope it works this time. Some people in Ireland were saying they couldn't get the show.
Well, maybe they meant the archive or the live show.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe it worked this time.
No, the live show works.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
No, thanks, Stuart.
And thanks everybody who tuned in. And hopefully we'll do it again.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
See you.
See you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So that's our show for another Sunday. So we're keeping you longer and longer. Here we're starting it even later and doing a double header. So you guys are real troopers. So